Hello, hockey fans. There are 18, count of 18 days left in this regular season, counting today. And it's going to be a wild sprint as the month of April is closing upon us. Let's take a look at the playoff picture at this point. And here's the Eastern Conference, the Atlantic Division. The Maple Leafs are back on top, just like they were about 4 weeks ago. The Maple Leafs have a 3-point lead over the Florida teams, but look at here. It's the Lightning who are in second place because they have more regulation wins. They and the Panthers play the same number of games, and the next time's regulation wins, meaning the defending champs are in third and would be on the road if the season ended right now. As for the Metro, right now the only officially playoff bound East team, the Capitals, 103 points. They've lost 3 in a row, but they've still got that stranglehold on the Metro. Carolina Hurricanes with 94 points, and the Devils with 85. And the wild card, it's Ottawa and Montreal holding on to the spots. Montreal barely. They're tied with the Rangers, but Montreal has a game in hand. Columbus, Detroit still have good chances. So do the Islanders. Pittsburgh has an outside shot. I don't know if it's a realistic one. And now for the Western Conference. Actually, I should say what's left of the Western Conference. Two officially playoff-bound teams in the West, the Jets and the Stars. The Jets lead the entire league with 106 points. Dallas is 100. That's 7 ahead of the Avs with 93. In the Pacific, it's Vegas still leading with 98. The Oilers with 89. And the wild card, it's getting pretty interesting. The Wild and the Blues are now tied in points, but Minnesota still has the wild card 1 spot because they have a game in hand. Though that game is actually later tonight. No, even if they lose that regulation, they'll still be ahead because regulation wins. And numbers are getting really, really small in the Western Conference. 4 teams in the West have been eliminated. And it could be 5. It could be 5 in a matter of days. The Ducks will probably be eliminated in the next day or so. But in Utah, probably later in the week. But the numbers are getting thinned down. That's what's left of the Western Conference. It's an interesting playoff picture. And let's break this down bit by bit, starting with the Atlantic Division's top 3. The way I see it, all is right in the world. Toronto is in first place with 18 days left in the season. And it's been kind of crazy. All 3 teams are still kind of a bit up and down, but Toronto has actually capitalized on it just enough. They have a 3-point lead, which was larger than the lead they had 4 weeks ago. They were up by 1 point when I started doing these recaps. And Florida seems to be sinking, but not deep enough. They're going to stay in that top 3. But where they finish, that'll depend on the final 18 days. But Toronto looks like they're in good shape. That California trip treated them well. They got 5 out of the maximum 6 points. And now Toronto looks like they have a good chance to win their first division title since 2021, and their first in the full season since 2000. So here's hoping they keep it up. The Capitals are running away with that division. Like I said, this is going to be the top 3 for the rest of the year. It's really not worth talking about, but I kind of have to. But yeah, the Devils are slipping, but they're staying alive in the top 3 race. They're going to be in third place at least pretty much for the rest of the season. Like I said, we're basically looking at the top 3 for the rest of the year. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the Metro, other than the fact that Ovi's going to get that record. He's 5 goals away. 5 goals. He reached 890. So that's all I gotta say about the Metro. Now on to the Central. Actually, I misspoke earlier. What I meant to say was on to the wild card. And look at this. Do my eyes deceive me? Are these the same 2 teams who were in the wild card position the last video I did? They are. The wild card 2 position has been a game of musical chairs. It actually did swap during the past week, but Montreal got it back. Now, will these be the 2 teams when the season ends? We know Ottawa's going to be. Ottawa's not only going to get in, but they're probably going to be cemented in that wild card 1 spot. Wildcard 2 still, well, wild. But Montreal has it. I'm kind of torn on who I want to get it. Out of sentimentality, I hope it's Montreal because I still remember their crazy run 4 years ago. Out of emotion, I kind of hope it's Columbus because, well, the obvious reason. The Rangers, they don't deserve it. They're playing so badly. The Islanders, the Islanders sputter, and Detroit's pretty much, yeah. Really, it's between it really is between Montreal, the Rangers, and Columbus. But Montreal should hold on to it. I really think they're going to hold on to that wild card 2 spot. Now we get to the Central, and as an Avs fan, that loss to the Blues came at the wrong time because we can't afford we couldn't afford to lose points because Dallas doesn't know how to lose points. They just keep winning and keep getting to overtime, which frustrates us Avs fans. We're now 6 points behind Dallas in the race for second. It doesn't look like we're going to get home ice in that series. I mean, it is going to be Dallas and the Avs pretty much in round 1, but it doesn't look like we're going to get home ice. No. Do we really need it? Do we really need it? We are good enough to steal a series. We did it last year against Winnipeg. Remember? Hellebuck, best goalie in the league, put his name on the Vezina, might as well have, was stopping everything, but then the playoffs came and the Avs just finished him. We can do the same to Ottinger. I really do think so. And I don't think we'll need home ice to do it. Home ice would be nice, but hell, when have the Avs ever done things easy? I am very elated that this is still the top 3. Yes, Vegas is in first place. Yes, they're probably going to inevitably win that Pacific, but it's this I'm talking about. They're ahead of the Oilers. And again, we're getting Kings Oilers 4 straight year. But as I've said many times before, like a broken record, if the Kings get home ice in that series, they're going to beat Edmonton. Edmonton is falling off. They are slipping. They've been a mess. But Oilers fans, they're going to make that excuse. Well, McDavid and Draisaitl have been out. Yeah, for a week. The Oilers have been a mess for the last month. And it's close in that race for second place. I mean, they do have to play each other. I think it's 1 or 2 more times. They do have to play each other again in April. But bottom is, I think the Kings should probably stay in second. They really end up staying in second, and Game 1 will be in LA, and that's gonna be the end for the Oilers. Oilers gonna be one and done. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, the Blues were behind, I think it was 3 teams. Behind 3 teams for the playoff race. They were behind Vancouver. They were behind Calgary. They were even behind Utah. Now look at them. Not only are they in wild card 2, they could possibly move up to wild card 1. They are tied in points with the Wild. The only thing keeping them behind the Wild is the Wild have a game in hand. And even if the Wild lose that game in hand, which is later today, in regulation, they'll still be up there because regulation wins. But even so, with the way the Blues were going, they've won 9 in a row. They could actually move up to wild card 1. Not any farther, because I don't think neither one of these teams is going to pass us in the standings. But it's scary what the Blues are doing. If I'm Peg, I wouldn't want to play St. Louis, and that's pretty much what it looks like it could be. Speaking of, and yes, these are the matchups if the season ended right now. In the East, beautiful. We get the Battle of Ontario, first time since 2004, and we get the Battle of Florida for the 4th time in 5 years. Washington, Montreal, and Carolina, New Jersey. That's the East. In the West, we get Vegas, Minnesota, and as again I said, Kings and Oilers. That's the Pacific. In the Central, we get Winnipeg and St. Louis, and Dallas and Colorado. Those would be the series. I think 2 of them are going to be locked in pretty much. So that is my recap. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe if you want more. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button up there. That link up there, that's my story on Vocal. Check it out when you can. And throughout the week, I'll have videos up, and I'll have a recap around this time next week. Stay tuned.